From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down 6 at the 35-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Dobbs is throwing. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Come on, baby. Come on.
Throwing again. Dobbs. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
6 yards. It's 3rd down.
Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch the blood.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Darren Lee picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Check 3. Reggie. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. 12. Back.
Hey, box drop.
Mike 27. I'm going.
Here's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will get the football at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Dobbs. And that's caught by Smith. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A gain of 22.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 46-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Get
Here's Dobbs to throw. That's complete to Smith. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Falcons on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing here, Dobbs. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check 50, check 50.
They toss to Freeman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Gets it off to Freeman. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Locke. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Shit. Watch twist. Reggie. 12. Watch out. Go.
From the gun, here's Locke. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Say. Switch. Come. Hey, orbit.
To throw is Love. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, switch gears. Whip. Watch the whip. Check it back. Check. Check. 11Z.
Out of the gun, Locke. He's got a man. It's Williams. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, check. Mexico.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Dobbs, nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the 1st half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the 1st half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mexico.
Check three.
Go ahead.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Monday.
36.
Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come get some. He don't want it. Joker. Jim.
On first down, it's locked. And that's caught inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
54.
11.
Man, that's trash.
Luck on first down. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Grady Jarrett forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Kill.
On.
Kill. Turn up. Check three. Big Dan, pick it.
Quo.
Now Luck. It's Williams on the catch. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
13 yards on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
No.
Here's Gordon. Jukes by at the 20. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit big.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Check. Shoot. Reggie. Check. Go ahead. Slam. 12.
After the interception, it's Luck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Dobbs is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. You can't block me. Hey, Mike's 50.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
58, Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. And 58 is mine.
On 4th down, Dobbs, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Hey, check. Trying right.
Don't get nervous.
Showing up. 11Z.
Kill.
2nd and 5 now. Luck. He's airing it out for Will. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike's 5-4. Hey, I'm coming.
To throw again. Dobbs. This one caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
58 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 4th down, Dobbs. And it is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Check out. 390.
Watch 54, watch 54. 1, 2, 3. Hey, watch set, watch
12, 12.
54.
On.
54.
Hey, Haywood.
Check her.
On 1st down, Love. That's complete. It's Gordon. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Baby, that's a baby shot.
Go ahead.
Be good.
Check.
Kill. Shoot.
Hey, check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
11.
Bang.
Hey, Zoo.
1, 3.
Here's Luck. Open man is Gordon, complete.
Let's go.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
11.
Hey, watch this.
Go ahead.
Check.
Hey, check. 11Z. Right.
3rd and long. It's Luck. Got his man. It's Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. This complete to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 2nd and 10, Dobbs. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And Freeman lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side this time, here with Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Here's Luck. Able to get away. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays,
and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
go. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On second down, it's Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Here's Dobbs to throw. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
These guys take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready? Right. Run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 50. Mike 50. You go, night.
On first and 10, Downs. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet half was really interested.